Recording. Hey everybody, happy Monday, and thanks for joining us for our founders meetup where we meet, collaborate, network. We don't sell, we don't pitch anything in this call. We mostly learn from each other. We grow from the wisdom that is shared, and we network. We connect to people or founders who have inspiring products or services that would help us grow our business or maybe get some insights. That's exactly what we do in this meetup. Again, we're not selling anything. There is no, pitches here. Pitch in terms of selling any products. It's mostly collaboration and networking. My name is Ahmed Zayed. I'm an IT professional and a career coach. I used to work with big companies like Microsoft, Indeed, Cisco, PwC, and others, mostly in professional services. And I'll tell you exactly why I started this community. During my journey of entrepreneurial, I found out that I learn faster from other people. I learn faster from stories. I learn faster from, people who are inspiring me through their wisdom. So when I was in Egypt a few months back, I went and attended some of the events and great minds, and I was really inspired. Why we don't have this in US and Canada, and great minds to share those wisdom with other entrepreneurs like myself and others who are growing like me in the founder space. So that's exactly why this community has started, and this is exactly what we're trying to solve here. As a founder, you need to learn a lot, you need to grow a lot, you need to do silly mistakes, big mistakes sometimes, in order for you to learn. And reducing those mistakes is going to happen through growing in spaces where others have grown already. Enough about me. This is the main setup of the call. So we'll have, three great minds today. They have done a lot. They have achieved a lot. I don't want to, steal any thunder. I'll let everybody speak on their journey. Tell us, a little bit about yourself and what do you do, what you solve, how you solve. Again, something unique that we will remember you with for the audience who's listening to us here. Let's get started with Anwar, and then Beethoven, and then Mahmoud.
All right. Should I reintroduce myself quickly for the recording?
Yeah, please, if you don't mind, do another one.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, hello everyone. Really grateful to be joining such great minds and looking forward to future discussion and engagement through the rest of the meeting and for any future opportunity, inshallah. My name is Anwar Ali. I'm a founder and CEO of Zohar AI. And basically, without selling, Zohar AI is just the platform that help startups and businesses understand how the AI is seeing and recommending and mentioning their brand name, if any, when someone asks for recommendation regarding what service they provide or product they sell. Um, I started the journey of Zohar like 6 to 8 months ago when I discovered this new industry called GAO or Generative Engine Optimization, which is kind of the new era or the new step of the traditional legacy SEO or search engine optimization as behavior is going to the search engines. Enough about the GEO. Now, one mistake that I was really like when Ahmed shared with me like the topics, I really thought hard about what is one specific issue that I can share or a problem because honestly, building.
We'll come to that. Let's just keep it in the introduction for now,
Sorry.
and then I'll come back to the mistake. Yeah, we'll learn from your mistake for sure. Thank you so much, Anwar. Beethoven, if you want to go next, and again, I'll ask you first to tell everybody about your name.
Yes, exactly. My name is Beethoven Tile. It's not a very common name, not in Egypt, not in the Middle East, not anywhere actually. But this is my real name. I come with a background from mechanical engineering from the American University in Cairo. I worked in the corporate world for companies like Orascom, Krupp, Stahlbau, and the other companies working regionally and globally. And then I went to America. I did my MBA University of California, San Diego. And in San Diego, they had a department that was focused on helping or consulting companies in the Southern California region. And at that moment, I figured out that I really love consulting and I want to get into this field. So when I came back, to the Middle East, we started our company, Business Tools Consulting, that is helping companies to strategize and optimize. And usually we work with either multinational companies or family business or small-sized companies, and our own CSRs to help maybe entrepreneurs to go into this world. Thank you so much for inviting me for today. I'm glad to be amongst these brilliant minds, and your attendees are very dear to me.
Thank you so much, Beethoven. And again, we're very lucky to have you, Anwar and Mahmoud, and we'll definitely learn a lot from you guys. Mahmoud, you're next if you're ready. And by the way, we cannot see you. So again, in this call, I normally try to learn from the great minds that are our speaker panel. So the first question that we all want to learn, because again, getting your business to grow and getting your business to launch, that means you've done a ton of mistakes. That means that you have seen so many big problems and you tried to, or at least successfully, solve some of those mistakes. So again, the big thing that we could learn from you all is one real mistake that either you did yourself or you continuously see your customers doing, so that we learn from you. So we'll start with you, Anwar. If you wanna again share, again, if it's your mistake, that's fine. If something that you continuously see your customers or clients, do that mistake, and what could be the best solution for that mistake?
Okay, sure. So yep, this one is my mistake. I see a lot of founders, almost every founder do it, and I myself, I know the mistake and I still do it almost daily. Try to control it, but it happens. So the problem that I'm trying to address is right now, especially with the ease and like how fast and efficient is it to build product and just produce something, create something out of nothing. It's really amazing. Like with the cloud code, cursor, everything, you can just produce apps in a couple of minutes. And it feels really nice to be productive. Like it feels really nice to have something from your mind, like live on a Versal link where you share it with everyone. Hey, I wanted to create a calendar and I did a calendar app that everyone can use. But it's a false positive. You feel productive, but you're not productive. You're just shipping features and products nobody asked for. And honestly, it becomes like a very more efficient way to fail while building nothing people looking for. So it's the same old methodology of companies building without asking user feedback or having a customer centric approach and just building from a management perspective. That's what the management like. And then ship it to the market and figure out that nobody will pay for what they have spent money, time, effort, and tokens now on it. And with the cloud, like I spent $200 on cloud in 1 week building features that nobody need. So it feels amazing. It feels addictive. I honestly see addictive behavior with the tokens going out and in for cloud. It's becoming funny. So yep, just control. Don't build something that nobody need. Go first. Ask for user feedback before spending time building.
I love it. Thank you so much, Anwar. And great, advice. And definitely, I hear you. I do this myself, and I think some of the techie people here could be doing the same. Asif, I see Asif raise his hand too. Okay, my friend Beethoven. I know you've seen a lot, so we need stories. We would like to learn more about what's happening. What did you see? What silly mistakes have you done, or what mistakes in general that you see often founders or business owners do?
What's happening? Many things are happening, and the thing that I want to share is more of a trap rather than a mistake. And this trap is called family business. At my early stage, when I graduated from university, my father had a company, and I had the impression that it is a family business. So I stayed the first year of my life trying to work with my father, and trying to do what I was supposed to be doing, which is taking the business to the next level. But what I actually learned at the end of the year, that we can't work together, and there's nothing wrong with him or with me. It's just we're different. So for that was one of the earliest lessons that I have learned, which we later try to advise or consult family business with. Not all businesses that are run by some member of the family can turn out to become family business. There are some, in my opinion, conditions that needs to be there in order to consider this as a family business. Want me to say it now or later? Yani,
Yeah, go for it. Let's hear it all.
yeah. In my opinion, you don't choose your parents, and they have done very well by giving you maybe the best education that would allow you to become different, but they are not the best communicator. So you have to understand where you're coming from. They will not really understand where you come from. It's very hard to find that progressive parent that would understand where his daughters or sons coming from. So for the family business, in order to flourish and really grow as a family business, in my opinion, there are three conditions. A, the first generation or the older generation are willing to let go. They are willing to give you, the hand, give you some room to grow. B, you have, the willingness to take it, and C, the business itself should be able to be growing. We cannot call a shrinking industry or shrinking business a family business. This is, very important. This is one of the lessons I've learned early on. It wasn't easy, but it was a lesson.
I love it. I love it. And I attest, to this myself. Sometimes I ask my son to do things for me. I feel like it's a family business, but you're right, 100%. They definitely need to have some guidelines or some kind of structure around it.
Yes. You need to distinguish between someone's business and family business.
True, true. Thank you so much, Beethoven.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll definitely come back to you both about mistakes and maybe your journey through the big companies that you've led. Let's move to the next question. Is the leverage again? Everybody is chasing fast win, fast cash, fast growth today, the kind of hype that all social media has been, making us feel like you can make money just like that, and tomorrow you'll be rich, you win the lottery, just make one idea, do it in the right way, and you will be, multimillionaire. So tell us, what would you think is the big leverage today in 2026 that most founders need to focus on, need to use in their business, again, that helped you grow or helped you overcome whatever bottlenecks that you have? Anwar, please.
Okay. So again, going back to excessively using AI, just to give a context, I'm crazy about AI. Like, I literally have voice discussions with ChatGPT once. They released it like a voice call for maybe hours. I have chats with the Claude like on a daily basis. I'm sort of like a borderline maniac with AI, but I love it. It helped me become a superhuman in a way. I feel like. So one lever I would say is stop building with AI and let's think with AI. Like enough shipping products, enough shipping features. Let's use AI as a strategic thinker companion. Let's have your favorite AI tool trained on a system prompt that it should challenge each and every thought you mention, should always look into competitors' best practices. Now you have a tool that can verify each and everything before it go live. So what I do, and I feel like it helped me the most, is I don't think alone. I think using Claude, I push it, I challenge it, it give me resources, best practices. I just need to know the UX, like the title of, there's something called UX best practice. That's enough for it to ask it to go and search for all the UX best practice and come back to me. So right now, I think the biggest lever to test everything before just building and getting even smarter. And right now, I think they just released like the Tribe V2 model, which actually simulate how the human minds work when they get introduced to a piece of content like a design or a copy. So you can now even simulate how people will react to releasing a feature or a piece of content or an update or a visual update. So yeah, just think deeper with AI and execute the right things, because people who do less mistakes are the ones who are going to win, not people who are shipping faster.
I love it. I love it. And definitely, I attest to that. I used to build so many things with AI just because I was excited about it. And sometimes those are not really the best ones. So thinking with AI is, I think, the best thing that we can do right now, especially if we're solopreneurs and we don't have so many other people to speak to. So sometimes AI become our friend and our leverage. Awesome. Beethoven, what would you say about the leverage?
You know, it's just an advice. For entrepreneurs, one of the most challenging things is finding the right people to work with, and of those people, the first person that you're going to choose to work with you is very important. And in my opinion, not all entrepreneurs have it all. You might be very strong in some, domain or some vertical knowledge. And in order for you to succeed, you have to hire a partner. And this is key for your success. And it's very simple. You're either the one or you are plus one. I might not become the founder of the business, but I might be a co-founder of the business, and the business is going to benefit from both of us. So the last thing I would advise any entrepreneur is to give away equity for free. But again, if you don't have the right money, if you don't have enough money to hire the right people, giving some equity for a potential, for a great caliber that is going to build it up with you, is very, very important for your success.
I love it. And maybe again, I'll ask you a bit of a follow-up question here, Beethoven, because it's
Sure.
a chicken and the egg. Sometimes, if you get a partner, sometimes partners come with problems and conflicts and confusion sometimes. So maybe again, it's sometimes as a founder, it's better to work solo because you're in control. You think you know what you're doing, and you don't want to create any conflicts. How would you choose, your co-founder? How would you really find that right mix balance between your passion and someone else's passion, maybe?
Well, that's a very important question, yeah, Ahmed. And to tell you the truth, choosing the right people to work with you, whether they're partners or not partners or co-founders, is actually very challenging. And choosing your wife is a challenge. So and that's that's a long time term partner. So the thing is, definitely, I'm not saying this is easy, but what I'm saying is, if you cannot do it alone, you have to have a partner. And the sooner you get the right partner on track is where you can make this business or this endeavor work right. If you are just, if you cannot do it and you are not thinking of having a partner, you're not going to make it. So that's my advice.
I love it. I love it. Anwar, I think you have your hand raised. Go for it.
Yeah, not taking a lot of time. Just to add to that, first of all, Beethoven, thank you so much. That's like my day in, day night problem. I know that deep down. I think the best advice I received when it comes to this point is just fire fast, hire slow. Sounds a bit how should I say it? Like I'm not sure, like maybe a bit evil, but it's really the reality. You need to know, you need to identify the bottlenecks fast, just get rid of them for the sake of the business. And whenever you find that you lack something, I like commercial, I never can do commercial. I go and I hire commercial right away, as Beethoven mentioned. And I just see the performance first couple of months, fire fast, hire slow, you'll reach the right one.
Very
Amazing.
nice.
Interesting. Coach, would you have a follow-up or a question?
Yeah, just to follow up on what Beethoven was saying about you address the part of like the solopreneurship and having control in being solo or or adding people to the team. So I always give this example of would you rather be solo and sell with $100,000 or give somebody, even up to 80% of your company, right? Like multiple partners, 80% of the company, and you sell $2 million. Right?
Brilliant question.
So the thing is, like, the objective is to fly high, because most of us in businesses, and I have a couple of businesses, I feel sometimes that the plane is traveling on the runway. It's not taking off. Right? You keep running on that runway, the runway keeps extending. It never has that amount of wind under the wing, as they say, to take it off flying high. And at one point, you pay whatever you have to see it fly. That's my take on that one. And when we work with people, you learn a new skill, Ahmed, which is we all, no matter how proficient we are, we still need it, which is the negotiation with others, like how to exchange value, how to always negotiate. Even with yours, you mentioned your son, and I have a son also is 15. There's no forcing anymore, like any outcome. You always have to be in a negotiation mode, right? So for me, when I'm faced by the opportunity to work with others, and I find it so hard to give up control, and then it's not working, I keep going back to myself. It's like, okay, that's the learning curve to learn to be more negotiative, right?
100%, Coach Mo, 100%. Okay, Mahmoud, I think you're in the office now, so we can benefit your
time.
with you.
I'm Mahmoud Hagab. Okay, I'm Mahmoud Hagab. 25 years building businesses. From I was 12 years old, I built my first small business. Right now, I am founder and CEO of Makbook AI. We are building decision intelligence solutions for operational optimization for heavy industries, manufacturing, logistics, and supply chain. The second question was the mistake, right?
Yeah, the mistake.
Okay. Okay. From my opinion, I built business that were too early for the market, too early. Not wrong, but just not wrong business, not bad business model, but it was really very early, without the timing consideration. I spent years pushing ideas to the market that wasn't ready to pay in the same time. So I think that timing is the one real mistake I did before, and I think that fixed it. In one sentence, enter early, but only one step ahead, not 10 steps ahead. Just trying to make it fast. The leverage. Okay, it may seem old, but it's great. Look,
Right.
AI in 2026 makes everything look so easy. You can build anything in just 10 minutes. So you think that it's so easy, the barrier to start almost zero, which means that only real differentiator left is who keeps going when it gets really hard in the real operations. Because AI can give you speed, but it will not give you the stomach to sit with the uncertainty for 18 months and 24 months ahead. It can't make the call when the data is incomplete. You can't hold the team together when things are not working very well. The gap between you and the next person is no longer what you know or what you can build. It's how you are willing to stay in the fight, from my opinion. Just
That's very, very good. That's very good. So easy for people to think they are smart, think they can build things quickly, but definitely staying in the fight is not easy. We lose patience real quick, and we sometimes give up. So again, I think I'll, because both of you, Anwar and Mahmoud, are AI focused, and Beethoven definitely, meet, people or boards, in Saudi or Egypt that speaks, oh, we want to do AI, we want to do AI, and then I know that Beethoven focus on processes, focus on business, and again, he has ton of other things. So Beethoven, the question to you is, how do you make AI really work for a company from a business operations and processes and strategy wise? And what's the secret sauce here?
It's a good question. I think there's a difference between using AI in the West and in the Middle East. There's certain maturity levels, different maturity levels, for sure. In the Middle East, AI is picking up, and there are many companies that are trying to find solutions. In general, the industry is in Saudi Arabia specifically is driven by the government, and they are trying to use all the AI platforms and tools that they can, and they are moving very, very, very good in this direction, I have to admit. In other countries around the Middle East, other than Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, I think it's still I know, what's the difference between ChatGPT and Google search. This is this kind of mentality. Not everybody knows really what AI can provide or can bring in. uh, so if you ask me, do we use AI? I mean, we in our business, in the consulting business, we use lots of AI to help in the optimization domain, to do lots of scheduling and do things on the shop floor, and try to minimize maybe uncertainties. We don't do it ourselves. We go to great gentlemen like Anwar and Mahmoud, who can provide these solutions. But I think still, Middle East, we need lots of awareness, if I may say, to boost the usage of AI.
Awesome. So it seems like, education of how
Yes.
to leverage AI is a big thing here.
Yes.
So awesome. Anwar, again, I know you invaded a new area, and definitely explaining this, market, or explaining, the benefits of getting ahead of clients to be searchable on LLMs is not an easy thing for for some other business owners to understand. Oh, what do you mean by LLMs already? Like, well, how would you tackle that?
Okay. So we actually had the problem that thanks Mahmoud shared actually that we were ahead of the market. Like the market is not ready for such a concept. So when we go in and we started saying ChatGPT will reference your name, as you mentioned, some people didn't know ChatGPT at all when we started. But now the thing is, AI is becoming like the adaptation of AI is really fast. It's almost the fastest adaptation across all channels since the beginning of humanity. And it's being forced on users. So other technologies are up for the user to select if they are going to use it or not. Like there is a new social media platform, like Threads from Instagram. You either use it, then the marketing there will give you benefit, or you don't use it, so it will just die. But now the AI is embedded everywhere. Like when you search on Google, you do a regular Google search, it doesn't show you links, it shows you Google AI overview. Takes over 50% of the screen, pushing down all the links, and you get an AI answer. You go ahead and try chat with Meta, you get Meta AI. Now Microsoft have Microsoft Copilot. Even Amazon have Amazon Rufus, where instead of shopping, you just go in and there is an agent. You tell it what do you want to purchase, and it purchases for you. Shopify, etc., etc. So the adaptation is becoming really fast to the point that ChatGPT decided, hey, what we need to monetize this and launch ads. They didn't do that out of nowhere. They did that because there is a huge amount of search and high intent happening with ChatGPT. So when we talk numbers and we talk like as a business or as founders, how we can benefit from this, I'll say some numbers and then share a small activity. The small activity is just try to open ChatGPT Claude or Gemini in an incognito window, make sure it's context free, doesn't know who you are. So because it tend to give you sweet talk to you, so it will tell you that you're the best in the world and your business is the top in the world. So do it in incognito and ask who's the best provider in this industry. Like what are the best founders led podcasts in Canada, and see if Founders Life come up or not. Do that. It will take you 10 to 15 minutes and you will be amazed. After you look into the results and just compare it with the Google search engine, you will find that the people appearing in the AI answer doesn't necessarily be on the search engine. And then just try to look into the sources, see how the AI is looking at them. It's not looking into New York Times. It's actually looking into a small thread on Reddit where people are fighting and cursing, but it's the reality. It's sharing the real experience. So that's AI take it as authority point of data. So to summarize, long story short, according to research, businesses are losing where it can be measured up to 80% of what we call CTR or click-through rate for organic traffic coming from search engines. So because people now type in Google, they used to have the links because of the organic SEO and just click on it. Now there's a trend called zero-click search. People search, they get the answer right on the screen. They don't click on any links. So brands lose traffic. That traffic is materialized into what estimated to be $25 billion of losses, specifically to the e-commerce and lead gen businesses that use the organic traffic and search engine to make sure they win the game. So the game is exactly the same. Previously, people used newspaper as like the true source of information, advertising there meaning winning. Then the internet, advertising in Google meaning winning. Now people are being forced and willingly adapting AI. And according to psychology, there is a huge bias that have been there since like the beginning of machine called automation bias. Automation bias is our psychological tendency to accept any machine output results as more accurate than the human output results. This happens from the beginning of like the machine's time. And it's happening on AI. We can see that clearly. People coming from AI convert way higher than people coming from regular traffic. People now see the AI as the advisor to give them the right, correct, one single answer that they should follow right away. So I don't want to take more time. I see a huge, amazing commercial opportunity for anyone working in the industry. Make sure audit your position on AI, see how the AI source your industry and niche, and make sure to post there and structure your content because you're losing on an amazing channel that will very soon take over all other channels.
I think this is for all the audience and especially our main guests, speakers. I think there are so many difficulties I face in my businesses. Right now, question for this panel is the claim that okay, in AI I do it all versus AI for this specific area. I struggle with that one because I had passed multiple domains. I have a very long list of experience, and I struggle to focus on one area because if I focus here, a project is there, and why I can't take it. So, what is your advice?
Maybe I don't know, Anwar, do you have an advice for
Yep, I would love to comment on
Go for
that.
it.
Really quickly, once I got introduced to AI, apparently I'm crazy about AI. I see that amazingly I can generate images with me like flying as Harry Potter and videos fighting evil people. So I get really in depth and I spent weeks doing extremely nothing, like just producing things and exploring things everywhere. Then I decided that okay, that's the new FOMO. Things are going to come, like a new thing will come every day. What I need to do is just it's like discovering the internet. You can go play games or watch movies or do whatever. So I just decided to pick only one thing that I will do fully, and that's it. I decided to take AI as a way of thinking because I know how to execute a lot of things. So I just want to strategize and deliver. And I decided to take AI with this amazing quote I heard, like always approach AI either as creator or as reviewer, never end to end. So you either create and give to AI to review, or you create, the AI create and you review. So AI never take the process end to end. So just what I would say, I know there is a cost of lost opportunity. That's completely fine. It will happen every day with the speed happening. Just please, for our own sanity, pick one or two things, just isolate everything else, focus on that. And even one LLM, one tool, once you master this, it's all the same. Like I mastered ChatGPT prompt engineering, now I use each and every tool all the same. So yep, that's my advice.
I love it. Thank you so much, Anwar. And again, we all tend to do this. We use ChatGPT to research too much that we don't need, and sometimes we waste time. It's like kids playing with toys, that are fancy, exciting, and then we don't, unfortunately lose time. But anyway, I think that's something that hopefully will go away soon. Mahmoud, I want to come now to you. You've been building AI solutions, selling AI solutions to very complex businesses. Your team of co-founders are all, PhD researchers. You've done a lot of research before you launch your products. Tell us a little bit more about how do you, let's say, what do you see from companies who want to leverage AI for productivity and reducing their wastes, if you will, and also increasing their scaling, leveraging growth or speed growth, if you will. um, Not sure if the question is clear, but let me know if I need to restate.
Uh, okay. Uh, I'll try to answer, and you can direct me
Sounds
while
good.
I'm
Yeah.
answering. Okay. Look, from our perspective, the most costly things in business is how to take the optimal decision. Okay, and this is the area of our specification. Okay, let's take some let's say uh, most companies today are losing millions not because of bad people or bad data or data invisibility, but because the decision is not suboptimal. Let's say that a huge factory have thousands of SKUs, different SKUs, working on dozens of production lines, and orders keep going every day. To say that I made the optimal production plan, it is not a human work. It's beyond the human capabilities. It's beyond the ERB's capabilities. It is beyond the dashboards. It's also beyond the prediction capabilities. It is a clear algorithmic problem. Okay, so we focus on this area because once we work on this area, we can make ROI in the same day. Actually, in the same day, we build once we build just a POC, a proof of concept for one of our clients. Next day, he can see the ROI. He can see the time reduction or the waste reduction or the utilization of workforce or the utilization of the resources, blah, 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 instantly from the next day. That's why we focus on this area because still a lot of business, especially I'm talking about the heavy industrial businesses and heavy and hyper complex operational businesses, don't know well where should I implement the AI to generate the best ROI. A lot of decision makers really don't know that the most efficient thing is to optimize your decisions. I don't know if I answer it.
Yeah, I love it. And again, I just want to give the folks here a little bit of context. What Mahmoud is saying is mostly a lot like imagine IKEA, building its products to sell, furniture or sell, those products that they are selling every day, and they want to get so many small SKUs. So the decision, as Mahmoud mentioned, to optimize those kind of operation or industrial revolution is not beyond any human. It's something that humans cannot really get to that decision where ship this SKU at this time and get benefit. So definitely AI is and again Mahmoud's own solution is built around that. And again, if you want to speak offline with Mahmoud, he can tell you lots of great stories about what he built so far.
Thank you
I
so
want
much.
to
I know there's so much to learn from this panel. Thank you for this. So just, I think building things, because I'm a techie, like Anwar, it's getting easier for software side, but selling or lead generation or getting business, Mahmoud, the question for you is, because I see your website is there's so much variety, how you are getting the customer, how do you know where is the project? So like then next story begins. So that's my curiosity.
Okay. We are targeting our customers, approaching them one by one through some automation tools through LinkedIn and events also. And sometimes mega events for specific industries, events for supply chain, events for retail, events for manufacturing in Egypt and Dubai, in Saudi Arabia. This is one of our pipelines, and the other pipeline focused on LinkedIn to approach it. By the way, I don't want to. We don't have the capabilities to build 200 solutions for 200 different clients by every year. Only 10, 15 clients by the year. I hope to fulfill the demand on this. And actually, we didn't get any any one rejection once a day in our whole process, sales process. In Egypt, we have a pipeline from Al Arabi, Al Azabi, Middle East Glass, Pyramid Glass, a lot of big names, Swede for cables, a lot of big names. Just once they see the potential and the benefits, the next meeting, let's go to for the POC. And by the way, I'm providing them the proof of concept for free. I'm not charging them any cost or any fees for the proof of concept and demo. By the way, the proof of concept is tailored for them, especially tailored, customized for their problems. And after that, I build that. I'm building my pipeline the same like that. I don't want to target 500 customers by the year. I don't want.
I love it. Again, I think this is the same concept, sell to the rich, because they will pay you more. Anwar, I see your hand raised. Go for it, my friend.
Yep, thank you. So I just want to share something that I have learned recently. I have been resisting and fighting my co-founder that I will not do it for a couple of months now, and he proves right each and every time. We're in age of time where people stop reading and now consume visual content. Static designs and written content are no longer as important as before. You need, if of course it's a different game than what Mahmoud is doing. Mahmoud is targeting big enterprise, but I mean, if you're targeting the end customer, you should be building in public. You should be shooting videos, showing people how you're building, challenges you're facing, new features released, new news covered in your industry and niche. Being an influencer that document the journey of the startup is no longer a luxury or something you do for some followers. It's the only way to communicate your actual value. I hate it. I'm a techie guy. I hate cameras, but I am forced to sit in front of the camera like 8 hours, once a week, full time, just shooting videos and reels, because that's the only way to be noticed. And since I'm selling visibility, so being visible is all what it matters. It's the only way to get money.
I love it. Thank you so much, Anwar. Okay, I think I'll give. Okay, Dr. Barnos, you have your hand raised. Go for it.
Yes, I find the conversation fascinating. So thank you, gentlemen, for sharing your knowledge and your background. I can't help but think as I listen to this conversation, it creates a loop in my mind, right? And how you just described, we're now more visual, right? Which means, yes, I think I understand something because I see it, but I actually don't understand it unless I study it. And I can't study it if it's visual. So we start this cycle of, I think I know what I'm talking about, but I don't really know what I'm talking about. And we talk about that in the context of AI. And I try to explain to people in my day-to-day work is yes, I can go to whatever website and say, click a button and create this website for me, or create this app for me, or do this thing for me. But if you don't understand what that is and how it works and how it operates, you have nothing, right? You just have some, you just have this code that's there that you don't really know what to do with. But and like I said, as I think about that, I just find it fascinating that although we talk about how we build and how we create these things and how we structure and try to push forward the businesses and the things that we're trying to do, that premise behind, I don't remember the gentleman asked the question, but the premise behind, how do you not get caught on, I want to go do this because that's what they're looking for. I want to go do this because that's what they're looking for. I always try to ground myself in understanding that, because I don't really understand that, right? I have to give you what I really understand and what I really know. That's the only value that I can provide to your business and to your organization. And if I try to chase all of those other things, I become invaluable to you, right? Because it's something that you start to say, well, this person really doesn't know what he's talking about. So to hear you talk about, hey, you got to sit down and do that 8 hours of video, that resonates, right? Those are the things that I'm hearing that people say, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do this, but doing it in a way, for me, trying to find a way to do it, trying to find a way to do it that feels authentic is the challenge. That's where I really start to try to figure out, okay, how do I make this video an authentic video? Because like you, I'm not a techie. I'm a business guy. I like the tech portion of what it is. So I get excited about the business aspect of what AI does, right? The value that it creates or the value that it doesn't create, right? Those are the things that I like to talk about and I like to look at. But being able to communicate that to other people in a way that's authentic is super important. So I'd love to hear how you go about doing that and saying, how
Yeah.
do I continue to keep my identity of who I am as a person and not just become this sales guy, right? We all know the sales guy, right? And not just become the sales guy out here promising all of these things that I don't really care if they work or not. I just want your money.
Mhm. Okay. Amazing question. Multiple parts need separate answers, so I'll do this really quickly. First, I agree with you completely. We need to be authentic in a way. So I had this discussion with my team. I reached out the conclusion that I use like I'm teaching and educating CRO UX for a long time now. So my eyes just line up when I talk to people like yourself. I have communication. I can talk with people. I hate cameras, and eventually they hate me. So I can talk to camera. So we decided to hold like a bi-weekly expert meetup where we invite an SEO expert, an AI expert, a geo expert, and we just have a discussion. What do you think of the industry? What is the latest and greatest in the trends and in the industry? This way I can share my knowledge. I can show people what I understand, what I don't understand. I can be grounded and hear from people, and very similar to the setup where people can even comment on like a live on Facebook or LinkedIn. And I don't need to sit in front of camera. The other completely opposite direction, completely unauthentic, that I'm building my digital twin to generate videos for me while I'm sitting at home. So I wouldn't advise that as authentic option, but creating like this twin that I can give prompt and just shoot videos. But yeah, that's for the video shooting. And regarding the last part, the first part you mentioned, like not going into the nitty-gritty details of putting in the rabbit hole for each and every tech thing. I try to ground myself of what I'm good at. I'm good at building strategy. I'm not good at perfecting code. I'm not good at perfecting like an end-to-end workflow. So I set with a Claude Code or a cursor. I built the MVP approach, the prototype. I have no idea how this is working from the inside. I give it, and then I hire a developer and I say, hey, go make sense out of this. Add the human in the loop because you're the subject matter expert. So I always hire subject matter expert. What I try to do with AI is not fully delivering things, but more of closing the gap between what is in my mind and what I need the developer or the subject matter expert to do. So I guess that's the easy thing right now in order to like kind of control the chaos so that the AI can do everything. And one last thing I heard, like I learned in consultation, and it does make sense. I used to come from a UI design, so I know how to design. And I was working as a CRO consultant, getting paid like multiple thousands of dollars. Compared to the UX designers, I was getting paid really well. So I used to, whenever I find a design issue, I just jump in Figma and start solving it. So my manager called me out in a meeting and said, hey, That's not why we pay you. Your hour is more valuable to us. I want you to use your own knowledge in what you're expert in. And even if you know how to do other things, there are other people that are required to do that. So it's nice for you to know how valuable is your hour, where is the much value you can get, and just achieve this Pareto rule, that 20-80%. Just get 80% of the value out of 20% of the deliverables, then let the subject matter expert handle it.
I love it. Thank you so much, Anwar. Great question, Dr. Barnos. Um, I'll move it now to Beethoven because again, I've known Beethoven since long time, and I know his sales experience is amazing. He deliver some sales trainings to board members, to CEOs and founders, and I know that this was not kind of let's say something that was born with. He learned that, and he's now teaching it somehow. So Beethoven, again, most of us as founders, we're not salespeople. Unfortunately,
Yes.
we're not good at sales. We're not really able to understand the dynamics, the mechanics of sales. How did you grow in that space, and what do you think founders need to focus on in terms of selling? Sometimes maybe we could sound overselling, we could sound like pushy if we try to sell when we're not trained enough. So how do we avoid that? How do we become more of a trusted advisor?
First, thank you for your words. I'm a humble man, and I'm trying to share my experience. Uh, you know, Ahmed, we need to distinguish between you as a founder doing the sales call or going into the business development yourself, or you have some team. So it all depends on the size of your business, and it also depends on the industry you are in. uh, you know, the word sales, people think it's kind of bad or negative, but actually, the best thing that you can do is to close a deal. And my if I put in my 2 cents, um, you need to be genuine. You need to approach your client with the right mentality that I'm not here to take your money, but I'm here to solve your problem. And I want, this is my company as well. So you might want to pitch for someone a solution which you believe 100% that is going to that he needs. But you need also to be patient enough to maybe pitch it today but close it later. The pushing side of the business, especially when it comes to IT solutions, we all need to pay our bills, and we have, of course, fixed cost. But once a client feels that you are genuine, that you are not here for only for the bucks, I believe you become a business partner. And once you become a business partner, you'll be the number one choice for this client, not only for this sale, but for future, let's say, sales and partnership. You become a partner with your client rather than selling him. That's
I love
my
it. I love
simple
it.
answer.
I love it. Awesome.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Beethoven. I guess, we will open it now for the, folks here to ask questions. Fire your challenge. You've learned a lot from the panel. You learn about what their, focus areas are. So please try to, share your question, give them some context about, where you're coming from, so that they can help give you an answer that works for you. Anyone wants to go first? And then we'll take a group selfie at the end. So please don't leave before we take that group selfie.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Afternoon here in Canada. My name is Radio. I'm a founder of a AI consulting SaaS startup here in Ottawa. I could resonate with a lot of all the conversations that we've been going about on this call. I really appreciate them. Also makes me, reconcile on the the kind of challenges I've faced in over the past 3 years of doing business development. Um, it's actually AI has actually been like a major factor of my venture in the sense that I use it, but as well I also have to deal with the implications, many of which that we talked about today. How companies are adopting it, how do you sell your value? Everyone is using it. Even the companies you want to sell it, you sell your solutions to also use AI, so they might also be feeling like they're confident enough to do their tech works without needing like a professional or someone that's focused on it um, to advance. So I think my question is more of how do you navigate that kind of um, landscape where it's like everyone is using it, everyone is confident with AI, and it's almost like you can't really sell it. It's just it's like trying to sell water to people that live in to a fish that lives in the ocean. So I think that's kind of like the challenge I'm dealing with, and I'm trying to learn from your thoughts, your ideas on experiences, and if you've been able to navigate this kind of challenge. Thank you.
Great question, Radu. Thank you. Maybe I'll give this to Anwar first, then Beethoven.
Okay, thank you. So I want to give a little bit of context. Before launching Zohar, I was building a CRO tool. As I mentioned, I work in CRO and conversion optimization for the past 8 years with global companies. So it made sense that I do an AI solution in that field, and I was doing that. Then come the idea of Zohar and the investor, and then I was between like decisions. Should I leave where is my most of the experience and go into a new field that, okay, I've been working with SEO my whole life, but I have not been doing SEO myself. So it's a learning curve, it's a lot of things. And Abdullah, my commercial co-founder, and he was my consultant back then, he told me a really cool quote, if that you could sell a brick to someone whose head is on fire and they will buy it without the fire. So it's not about what you're selling, it's about who are you selling it for and when are you selling it. So if you approach someone on with their head on fire, nothing to put it down, you can sell a brick for $1 million and they will buy it. And that's why I chose Zohar, because Zohar is approaching CRO AI tool is approaching people who pay for CRO, which is already a niche market and need education about CRO. But Zohar comes in and say, hey, you know SEO? Yes, we're the new phase of it. You don't know SEO, you knew newspaper? Yes, we're the new phase of the newspaper. We're the new channel where people are getting their information. So you should appear in this channel to get clients and business. So it's a matter of finding a problem that's really impacting almost everyone and with a clear impact. That's like, for me, the strongest go-to-market solution or go-to-market strategy. Just find something that is really triggering bleeding money and solve it.
I love it. Thank you.
Not sure if that answered your question, but thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Beethoven, what do you say about this problem? I'm sure you've seen this with some other founders that worked with you.
Yeah, I think Anwar said it perfectly, and especially for that kind of product, if, I just my advice is keep trying, my friend. Thank you for being here today. Listen to these advices and just keep trying.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Beethoven.
Thank you.
Awesome. Guys, I'm sure you have tons of questions. What's in your mind? Go for it. If you want to ask Beethoven and Anwar. Okay, Muhammad, go for it, my friend.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm two devices, so I'm multitasking. So again, thanks a lot, Ahmed, for this great opportunity with this great, wisdom and great panel. I'm kind of cheating because I know the answer for the question, but I'm asking it in case it might help someone. I like the idea of keep trying, but how do I know that I am in the right track? And to give a little bit of background, I have been failing for 4 years, doing all the wrong stuff that you think with zero output. Oh, I'm kind of giving the answer. Okay. How do you know you're on the right track and the wrong track? I know that you will need to keep trying and keep failing. Where do you stop and say, this is wrong, go another direction?
Beethoven, I'll give that to you first then.
What do you sell, my friend?
We're selling services. We're selling business. We're a consulting company, and we are selling business solutions to the companies who use Microsoft products.
Okay, and where's the problem? You're trying to do what and you can't do it.
Okay, what we're trying to do, we work a lot with the salespeople. So as an example, if you have a sales team that they have no visibility on the pipelines, they're not sure the pipeline is accurate. You integrate your sales system with an ERP system, and the integration sucks, and you have to do things double entry. You have no way of tracking where your sales activities are. This is kind of things that we fix. And as a CFO, as an example, you have no idea how much you are projecting this year, how much you made this year, and how much you're gonna make the coming year. A lot of people work, as an example, with Excel and a lot of manual steps that waste time, but you can automate that. This is a close problems that we fix. We fix more than that, but this is the guts of it.
I'm not involved in much, and I don't have much details. But at large, sometimes you cannot fix it yourself. Sometimes you have to go and hire a consultant. That's why consultants are there. And I don't know if you have, the right budget to hire a consultant, but sometimes it is everybody. Sometimes, especially in the technology field, when you hire someone like you, when the entire company are all techies and they are not commercial, and this is a common problem with the technology sector. They are just speaking to themselves. They are not speaking to the client. And in order to figure out exactly what is the problem, is it that our commercial guy is not doing it right, or is it our sales funnel is not correct, or our go-to-market strategy was not done correctly? The person who can figure it out is a consultant. So
let me reframe my question in another way, because probably I confused you with my first wording. My question is, I like the idea that you can go and keep trying and keep failing. This is perfect. This is the main goal of, this is the road for any business founder. My question is, how do I know that the road I'm going is completely wrong and I need to switch roads?
You need to put a target timeline, cutoff line. A cutoff line. You say, within the next 3 months, we have to get $100,000, for instance. And for instance, I'm just giving some example. If you cannot get this $100,000, then you have to sit down within the 3 months and reevaluate. Can you survive for another a month or two or whatever? And if you can't, maybe you are not on the right. Either this is not a successful business, or either this is a shrinking industry that you are trying to tackle, or you don't have the right team. You need to do full diagnosis to the core problem. So my advice is you have to have a target cutoff line. After that,
go ahead. My apologies.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. How do we determine that that cutoff time? Is it going to be 3 months, 6 months, a year? So how do we know what is the right cutoff time? Because every industry is different.
Of course, and you have to have multiple factors, like how much cash you can survive, or is it better off? For me, a question that all entrepreneurs, especially at the beginning, are asking themselves, especially also in the technology field: is it better to have a job, a full-time job, or have my own business? And this is something that is very important to ask. Because let me ask you a question. What do you think? Entrepreneurship, are you born with it, or you learn it on the way? What do you think?
I'm gonna talk about my case. I have learned a ton of things in the past 3 years that if you would ask me to do it 20 years ago, I'd say there is no way I can do that. So I believe you'll learn.
I also believe that certain things in entrepreneurship you can learn as you go on. There are two other things. There are things that are embedded in you. That's why I was saying at the very beginning, you might want to hire a partner, because if I am, I'm very much focused in technology. I know how to build solutions. I know how to use tools, but I don't know how to deal with people, for instance. Then I need to hire a partner. Okay, this is really why I'm saying you need to complement yourself with someone that can do it. But if also I don't know how to hire a partner, or I got the wrong partner, then maybe I need to rethink about the roadmap. Am I in the wrong business? Which wrong business means, am I doing it wrong? Then I have to go back and work as an employee. I'm not an entrepreneur. There's nothing wrong by saying I cannot do it, because you are successful in something. It
Yes.
doesn't have to be managing a business. Maybe this meeting that we're having is not about this. Maybe there is another session that we should talk about it. But this is out of my experience, my friend. Keep doing it, keep doing it. I was talking about the sales, but keep doing the company, keep making the company alive, giving it, more depth, and keep burning my cash. That's not closing a deal. That's ruining my life. And I need to be very aware of that.
Fair enough.
Love it. Anwar, I see you have a follow-up here. Go for it.
Yep. I just want to share my experience because I very recently shifted from a full-time consultant that gets very high payment to an entrepreneur that get 20% of what I used to get paid with all the responsibilities I have because I love the risk. Why not ruin my life? So I would say the best advice I received at the beginning, which I believe apply perfectly. The most important thing during this AI rush of information is try to identify between signal and noise. What are things that you can really take accounting, like you can build a decision based on, or things that are just noise out there. So I agree with Beethoven completely. It's based on how much you can tolerate, from burning cash to burning time to burning effort. I had a business that I added a due date, like at $10,000 or a year, and it hit both and I closed it. So that's what I was able to afford back then. When I started Zohar, I only had like $1,000 and I can leave my job. So it's a matter of how much you can tolerate. And I wouldn't say it's just about hitting the jackpot because it's not an overnight thing. There's nothing like there is, but yeah, it's not the normal case to have this quick wins. You should always monitor signals. You can see clearly there is a growth from one step to another. When I just started looking at Zohar, I wanted to validate from multiple aspects. First, are investors paying money on this thing? Are they going to buy my company? Then I found competitors raising crazy amount of money, like one of them raising $50 million over 6 months, and just before that raised like $1.5 million. So going crazy rounds. Okay, investors are liking the industry. Are customers paying for it? Very big names are paying for GEO, and industry players are trying to even penetrate the market and create their own, like Microsoft Bing Webmaster thing. So big names are fighting it. Okay, then the most important question, what in hell can I do that people with $60 million in their pocket can do? Uh, they can buy out my team, they can buy out everything, but what can I do myself? I'm a data analyst guy, I can talk in numbers, and I'm an Arabic origin, I understand the Arabic dialects. So I made Zohar, a GEO tool based on data analytics and show you the actual revenue that talks for people, businesses operating in Arabic and Arabic dialects. So just try to see what is my unfair advantage. If the market is valid, if there is really signals, not just noise out there, that this is a right thing to do. And I didn't reinvent the wheel. I localized the wheel that they invented outside. So I see a huge potential with just localizing. I have been talking with my friends in India and I told them, hey, I'll give you Zahar source code, go do it for Indian. Indian dialects is a massive, do Zahar for do GEO for Indian, and you will win. Like it's a potential. I see it myself. and I'm not working on it, and I'm not willing to, and it's an opportunity right there. So just identifying the actual signals and looking at the growth and having people pay money. Don't take your friends sharing for you that, hey, that's an amazing product. They will always share. That's good friends do. Don't take ChatGPT. It will always share. Just take people putting their hands in their pocket and giving you money with an MVP. I can't maybe say that, but one event I participated in, by the end of the event, I noticed that I have run over 100 business audit inaccurate, and I had to rerun all of them and apologize to all of them. And guess what? I got tons of customers out of this event. Nobody cares much about the technology, but you need to be that confident. You know what you're building, you understand it. You're not automating a process that you can do it manually 50 times at least. So when you're automating something, you know how to do it ins and outs, then people don't care. Like you can do this Wizard of Oz. Like we are an AI startup. You submit your domain, we do everything with AI. And when they submit their domain, you take and you actually do it manually with your team and then show them the results. This is called Wizard of Oz in the AI world. There is a layer of like, hey, we're AI, but in the background, there are just people replying. Like people thought ChatGPT was that at the beginning. And it's working. Like nobody cares. They look for the results. They don't care about the technology. They will not look into your tokens. They want the impact. So, yep, validate my friends through signals and just avoid the noise that is unfortunately everywhere.
Everywhere.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you so
understood.
much,
Thanks a
Anwar.
lot.
I know, Beethoven, you have to leave. So if you would like to say a final word before you leave, go for it. We'll stick around for more 10 minutes, and maybe Anwar can help with any questions during that time.
Yes, thank you so much. That is very refreshing to be here, and I'm very glad to meet every single one, especially Anwar, of course, and Ahmed. And Ahmed, keep up the good job, and
Thank
it's a
you.
nice, wonderful platform.
Thank
So
you so
thank
much,
you
Beethoven.
guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome.
Bye.
It's right, and every time it hurts your stomach. So what is your
Yep. Yeah, I recall I was on a podcast and he asked me, do you ever regret leaving your job? I said, ever? I regret every day. Like with every single purchase I do from Amazon, I regret my bank account not having the same amount as before. So it's a human nature to look for the safety, the security of the monthly payment that you know it covers your needs and you can do the savings and everything. But again, like I see signals that I know that if I stayed in my job in 10 years, in the best case scenario would be getting 5x what I was getting, and I'd be like one of the top paid employees worldwide. But if I stayed in my company for the same 5 years, I could be getting paid 50x. So it's called, I don't recall the name, like the upside asymmetry, I think. It's like when you're comparing two options, but the upside of one option is asymmetrical completely to the other option. So I know I'm losing a couple of $1,000s now, but I'm building a couple of $1,000,000 in the future. I see signals, I see interested investors, I see customers, I see small baby steps of growth. I see them able to identify and enhance over time my process, my pipeline, my product, each and every. I can see the progress. So I just pray that I'm not that stupid and I'm doing the right thing. But yeah, hopefully it will work. That's all what we like. I love this quote. Like in a world changing so fast, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk. The world is literally going upside down each and every night. So risk is everywhere. Microsoft just released like 9,000 employees with like this early retirement program. So risk is everywhere. There is nothing secure. So why not enjoy it like and build our own thing?
I love it. Thank you so much, Anwar. Zishan, go for it.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I joined late call, so I might have missed a lot of great points. So my question is almost similar as the other brother asked. So I recently lost my job, and but luckily I joined the IT AI game like 9 or 10 months back. I have developed like my own application. It is not in the market yet, but the MVP is ready. Right now, I'm in a GTM strategy. I'm trying to analyze like doing the service costing and all the other fun stuff. So what would you advise me like at this stage, what exactly I need to do? So my app is entirely different as compared to the available apps in the market. Our process flows are really much faster, much better, and highly automated. So
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Thank
first of all, of course, you're welcome, and best of luck on building your product. I want to take a step back. If you have a minute, there is this framework that we used to do in the conversion optimization growth marketing called jobs to be done interviews. And the jobs to be done basically say that each service, product, or anything people buy, they are actually hiring this product to fulfill a specific job. So identifying what job you're trying to sell is actually more important than selling the product. So for example, they have this saying that you don't pay $1 for a drill, you pay $1 for a hole. And the jobs to be done say that no, you don't actually pay $1 for a drill or the hole. You pay the dollar for the satisfaction feeling you will get when you hang the picture of you and your couple during your marriage, or the certificate on the wall, on the hole that you did through the drill that you bought. So if a salesman selling a drill, and just instead of telling you this is the most powerful drill engine in the world, it just tell you this is the tool that will help you hang your memories in front of your eye, you will pay for it, whatever it takes, because it's selling for you what actually you're looking for. You're buying this to hang your memories, not because it can turn the 3,000 turn, and I will not turn around it, so I don't care how many rounds it turn. So right now you are doing an MVP, you're building a product, you're perfecting the process, which is amazing, but you need to identify exactly what jobs you're trying to fulfill. Is it just a faster execution, or is it just a better quality output? And according to the job that you have identified, go and talk to people who are using what we call the legacy solution. So, for example, when they did this comparison about like McDonald's, like the one who created this framework called Bob Mista did this jobs to be done study with McDonald's on the milkshake, and they tried to find the competitors for the milkshake, and they found that no, it's not Pepsi, it's not Coca-Cola. The competitor for milkshake is actually a Snickers chocolate bar, or an apple, because the job that the milkshake is fulfilling is actually like acting as a brunch between the breakfast and lunch. If a Snicker chocolate bar or an apple will do the same trick. So they stop competing with like the best drink in the world and start competing of how you can fulfill your hunger between breakfast and until you get lunch. And a lot stretch, like I would love for everyone to go read about the milkshake case study from McDonald's. It's an amazing one. So to summarize, to caricature, just look into what actually you're trying to do, what is the job that you're trying to fulfill. And once you identify this, go ahead and talk with people, talk with customers, just get early agreements, sign-offs, waitlist, emails, sign-ups. Don't just perfect the MVP without going on the ground. That's like where it is.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anwar. And I see 2 hands raised, and we have 2 minutes. So, Radiu, please go ahead. Cannot hear you. Yeah, now we can hear you.
Do you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just make it quick. I was just thinking about a possible exposure. It's probably a risk that founders are facing all over, but I'm not the thought authority there. So I'm thinking as founders go about, talking about their solution to different people, and with everyone having access to AI, do you see any risk, or are you concerned about any risk of your being exposed, and people are just just taking your idea and then doing something for themselves?
Yeah, I think I gathered the question. Being exposed in a world of AI where the barrier of entry of technology is close to zero is a big risk, because everyone would just replicate my website overnight. That's reality, and I do love this happening. I always welcome competition, because it's other people paying the market to be educated on my behalf, and then I have the better technology. I focus on the intelligence. I know I can deliver higher value, so they are preparing more market for me. So the competition is never a bad thing. I welcome competition very much. I'm literally willing to share each and everything. Like, I'm happy that you will come in, you will educate the market for me, and that will be the biggest win for me. So no, I like it.
Awesome. And maybe final question, Asif, if you can do this quick, go for it. Unmute.
Quick, but it's a tricky question. So I think I just attended a conference, and they say in services business, time and material based pricing is gone. So how do you, if there is a project, I see, hey, this is a project, and I used to do that. Okay, how many hours and how this is my rate, and this is how much time it takes, and I add a risk factor. What is the experience here? I know it's tricky, but
Yeah, no, actually, what I do right now, so I do CRO consultation on the side. So when I do CRO consultation, I used to take 1 week to deliver X amount of opportunities. What I try to do now is I don't shrink the time, I try to go deeper. So I come clear to the client, hey, I used AI. So instead of generating the top 20 things, I was able to dig deeper, even one more layer to look into the psychology, to analytics audit, add continuity, whatever. So I utilize the same. I really like that question. I don't have a specific answer, to be honest. But what I have been doing is I have the same expected timeline, same expected payment, but I deliver more value because now I can save more time into the small things and I can go deeper and use my actual knowledge into like generating more value.
thanks.
I love it. Again, great questions, everybody. Thank you so much. And Anwar, thank you so much for all the wisdom. Everybody who attended today, thank you so much for all the engagement and collaboration and the great insights. We all learned together. I think you see the vibes, you see the insights, you see the energy. I personally get inspired from this call every time from the wisdom that I hear, and I would like to encourage other founders to join us. This is a small room. I'm not trying to make this like a stage. It's just like a small room where we grow, we learn from each other, and support each other. So highly recommend that you connect with Anwar, with Beethoven, with Mahmoud. Get to see how you can help or how you can get help, and who knows what this will create for you guys.